Hello and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Shadow, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Shadow's ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the corrections and motivations we give the puppies while we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred's using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he will keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, which leaves the left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is just a tug and release on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Fred will keep that collar high up behind Shadow's ears, which will give you the most control over her while you're trying to work her through her commands. You'll notice that Shadow is seated nicely on Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. The first command that we'll demonstrate for you today is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash, and the command is Shadow heel. You'll notice that she's been trained to walk nicely on your left at your pace, so there should be no lagging behind or pulling forward, and incorporated into the heel exercise is an automatic sit. So anytime you stop moving your feet, she should be seated nicely on your left waiting for her next command. Very nicely done. The next command we'll demonstrate for you is the stay command. The stay is a hand and a voice command. You're going to use the open flat of your left palm and the one-word firm command to stay. When you first start practicing this command, you're going to want to make the sit stays relatively short, but build up her ability to stay in this position for longer periods of time. When you return back to her, you're going to walk all the way around, and Shadow should remain seated until she receives praise or another command. Very nicely done. We'll run through the heel, the sit, and the stay again for you. It's important that when you're working with her that you keep her motivated and interested in the training. Whenever she completes a command correctly, you want to praise her. This is a great mental workout for her. This time, instead of returning back, Fred will demonstrate the recall or the come on command. She'll come in nicely and sit right in front of you. Very nicely done. And then back to heel position. Shadow's a very smart dog. She really enjoys her obedience workout. This is a great mental workout for her, and mental exercise tires dogs out quicker than physical. So remember that when she's back home with you. Command is Shadow come. She comes in and sits nicely right in front of you, and then she'll return back to heel. Very nicely done. And we'll heel her out of that command. We recommend that you incorporate all of these commands into your daily life, but it's also important to set aside about 10 to 15 minutes a day to run through the commands in a formal session such as this video. You will notice a huge difference in her behavior on the days that you can work with her. The next command we'll demonstrate for you is the down command. The down is a hand and a voice command. You're going to use the open flat of your left palm, straight down towards the ground, the one-word firm command to down. As with the sit stay, you should make your down stays relatively short in the beginning, but build up her ability to stay in this position for longer periods of time. This is an exercise that you can practice right in your living room. When Fred returns back, she should remain lying down until she receives praise or another command. Very nicely done. We'll heel her out of that and show you the down from heel one more time. Nice automatic sit. No. This time Fred will call her in. She's going to come in and sit nicely right in front of you. And then back to heel position. If there's ever a time that she doesn't complete a command, you always want to tell her no first before you repeat the command, but always follow through. The last command that we're going to set up for is down from a distance. This time Fred is going to leave Shadow in a sit stay. No. She was a little distracted there with the itching. No. So he's going to heel her out of that. We'll start over. It's important that if you give her a command and she doesn't complete it correctly, that you don't get frustrated. Just take her back and start over. And this time we're going to give her the down command from the end of the training leash. Very nicely done. These are all the formal obedience commands that Shadow has learned while she's been at school with us. It's been a pleasure having her. She's been a great student. She's really enjoyed her training and she's come a long way. And we ask that you keep us posted and call us with any questions that you might have once she's back home with you. Thank you so much for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.